back with season 2 or whatever it is
year 19
that we said last time.
Yeah, I don't even remember what the fuck. 2 weeks later,
We're leaking.
we're doing it again. Yeah, we are leaking.
We're streaking.
I'm leaking a lot of fucking air. I'll say that. What's this thing called? This thing is called
Memoir.
the memoir.
Memoirs of a leakage.
De La Key. Your name is what?
Benjamin. Fable 5 to Benjamin.
In my name. Fable 5.
The
That's what you're
fifth
calling
game
it?
in the Fable series.
What was the Connect one? What was the other one?
No, there's been multiple. I'm also making a reference to Anthropic.
Oh my god,
It's the model that got banned.
Can't use,
but it's also like the remake. So I thought it was funny.
You know,
I thought it was funny.
Someone's gonna laugh at it. Maybe Nelson, who knows? Look, my name is G Cookie Monster X.
No,
he's here. He's looking at me.
That's so uninspired.
It's the most
so uninspired.
You specifically, your fucking spawn made me wait 3 hours.
Spong.
And then you say shit like that. Maybe wait this long to record today, but it's okay. I do feel like I had to brush my teeth because I ate a fucking cake earlier.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good, but now it feels like my fucking face is fuzzy.
You
know what I mean?
I do. It like coats the back of your throat.
Yeah, it's like. But look,
it is like that.
A lot of stuff has happened recently. We might not talk about all
E3
of it.
season.
It is E3 season.
Electronic Entertainment Exposition.
It's what used to be E3 season. Well, now we're kind of past it. We're at the back end of it. It's the last one. Was the last Direct on this past Tuesday? The Nintendo Direct? Was that this past Tuesday?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was less than a week
ago. It feels
ago.
like it was a week ago. A whole week ago. So I mean, like the Tuesday before the one that just passed, but whatever.
I did not watch the Xbox one, admittedly.
I did watch the Xbox one. Do I remember it vividly? I don't.
Was it worth it?
I can't say. Those presentations usually have a lot of good third-party stuff that the other ones don't get to see.
Yeah.
And partially because of their for a while it was because they didn't really have exclusives anymore. So they'd be like, oh, this game exists. And it's like, oh, it's a PS5 and a PC game too. It's like, okay, cool. Or this game is coming out on PC, Switch, and Xbox. Like,
right.
All right.
So what are your thoughts? What's your gut reaction to everything?
To everything?
Just as a whole.
There's a lot of good stuff, but I think that this is one of those like I don't want to call it this because it's not that, but I'm going to use the term anyway. It's like a filler year.
No, I know what you mean.
Where it's nothing huge.
There aren't any huge hitters.
Surprise. Like I'm sure some of these games that come out will be like, oh, this is actually really fucking good.
It's been bound to happen. We've had a lot of really good years.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's already been a really good year of games.
Yeah,
like unexpectedly.
Like halfway through, there's already been a bunch of good stuff.
Yeah.
So like, I think, fortunately, when this happens, it means the present is a little easier to focus on,
right,
than the future, especially because we've got games right now, and like the stuff that I know is coming in later this year or in 2027 or whatever. I don't have to think about it yet. I have plenty to play now, even whether it's re-releases or brand new games.
Yeah.
And I have stuff from the last fucking 5 years that are still waiting for me to hop back onto. So, I think more video games is good. And I also think there's a unique situation with that where we're getting games made with AI slop and shit, which means maybe
were there actually games made with AI slop, like noticeably? I wasn't paying close enough attention to know.
Noticeably, I can't say noticeably necessarily.
I know there was that. What was that? There was like a cat game. Do you remember that? Yeah, I think that was a year ago.
A cat game. Yeah, I mean,
and I don't think it ever even came out. Yeah, did it?
You can find a lot of that. Yeah, it didn't come out. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was announced to come out.
Some time. And it didn't fucking come out. It was fucking pure AI. That was weird. No,
it was weird. That was like it was at the Game Awards last year, I think.
It's like, why the fuck is this here? What the fuck? Who approved this? Like, even if it's not AI, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good enough to be here. Catly.
Catly.
Yeah, that's sloppy. And if it's not slop, it looks like slop, which means it needs a rework immediately.
It is funny that there was like a direct quote that was like, the funny cat game was not made with AI. The weird cat game announced at the Game Awards is not made with AI, developers say, and has, quote, zero blockchain technology.
Oh my God.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's all right.
G-front, pretty funny. So, it was 2024. Wow, time fucking flies.
Yeah, that game's fucking...
Just very, very top of their Wikipedia article. It was a set to release for Steam, Nintendo Switch 1, and Apple Watch.
No, it wasn't. It was.
That's what this says.
No. That's what I'm saying. The whole thing, its whole existence was AI.
It's very weird.
The PR was AI. The AI created.
Dog, where is Catly?
If it comes out, I want to see it. It's not coming out because it's not anything. Oh my God, Catly. Of course, I hate the name.
Super Authentic is the company. Online personalities Pokimane, Ninja, and Felicia Day promoted the game on Twitter. Dude, the weirdest game ever.
Yeah, AI decided that she was relevant enough to poke for that. Why would they do it? Why would they? Oh my God.
We've gotten no updates on Catly.
Yeah, Catly's fucking dead as shit. Dead as shit.
It's still on Steam.
What, the game?
On to be announced.
Yeah, okay. It's still, yeah. Well, I'm gonna...
Should I wishlist it?
Yeah, I'm about to do that myself. Fucking, yeah, fuck Catly, fuck using AI to develop video games. The only thing it should be doing is solving cancer and hunger and shit like that. And if it can't do that, I don't want it. And I mean that.
It's doing some kind of stuff like that, like the customized RNA vaccines.
Yeah. Please, more of that. Only that.
That's fair.
The
keep it in the sciences.
Yeah. I drove through undisclosed city because
what?
I'm not saying it out loud.
What's the like in our area?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it really is.
I'm gonna fucking kill. She could use a dose of AI, dog. She's so stupid.
I can't believe why.
She's so dumb. It's so not worth having.
Fucking Google Home was like, oh, you can use Gemini now instead. But everything I looked up, I tried.
Dude,
I tried it. I don't like a
Gemini.
While ago just to see.
I think Gemini is really trash.
It started telling me it couldn't do shit that it could, and I looked it up, and people all had the same. I was like, "There's no way you don't know what the routines I made are. You stopped talking back to me." So I reverted immediately. I'm sorry. I'm leaking it out. I told you I was leaking air.
It's what it's.
All right, Richard. What the fuck was I saying? Catly, fuck Catly. And then I don't even know what the fuck I was going to say after that. We were talking about something.
This is just the headlines. This is probably a good place to start. I immediately got a weird feeling when I saw them be like, "Oh, Tupac is going to be in this game."
It's weird.
It was so weird, dude.
Sega is on some weird shit right now in general.
They were riding too high, too close to the sun.
Yeah, fucking. The Crazy Taxi team outright was like, yeah, AI
is making our game for us.
Like, dog. Well, they were,
they're using it for placeholders.
And like background stuff, like the branding on the.
Listen, I've said before,
it's like
it's a very slippery slope that's going to definitely come crashing down and going to require an overcorrection. But I still stand by the statement I made before, which is like. The hypothesis is, do games have to cost $1 billion to make and take 10 years to come out?
Yeah.
That's the hypothesis. Or that's not even a hypothesis. That's the question. That's the question that remains to be answered,
And it's like, man, the fucking monkey's paw shit. Why the fuck? Crazy Taxi is Crazy Taxi. Everyone knows what it is. You don't need
of all the games. Maybe that's why.
Maybe it's because it's like,
it's kind of like low-hanging fruit almost. It's like, I mean, look at the HBO show. It's like, what are we doing with it? People kind of liked it. I took one look and I was like, dude.
This is so boring to me.
Yeah. It was very like, it felt very routine. It felt very like, let's play the prestige HBO slop hits.
Yeah.
Let's hit all the notes. Let's do the things. Let's throw in the IPs for the fans.
Yeah. As long as it's got the fucking sugar, the sugar coating, no one gives a fuck. I mean, no one gives a fuck if they're eating that diarrhea image that's been going. It's not a picture of diarrhea. It's the diarrhea cake.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That one made me laugh the first time I saw it, and seeing people adopt it, I'm like, okay, this one's good.
Yeah.
I can adopt this shit. But yeah.
Final Fantasy VII Revelation. So excited for this.
Revelation. I'm glad
I think
we have a name.
Sick as hell.
I'm glad we know when it's coming.
The name is a little weird, I will say.
Mm-hmm.
The name's a little weird because remake and remirth are both like verbs or actions that can also be nouns.
Right.
Revelation almost feels like it was meant to be like reveal.
Yeah.
But reveal doesn't hit. It doesn't really hit. You know?
Like that's where Revelation kind of like comes from.
Oh, I know, like the etymology, like the form of the word. And I recognize that like reveal is not it's not a trilogy ending name. Revelation also then has sort of like the biblical tie-in, which is kind of nice.
Completely on, especially when
right. So like forgiven, all is forgiven. I would say I'm excited for it. I think the subclasses is sick as hell.
That's cool. Seeing all the different outfits and shit like that.
I'm so hyped for that. Like. They've done with Rebirth. They did a really good job of iterating the engine to like not the engine, but the mechanics.
The mechanics,
to like layer on more stuff without it feeling like contrived and like really convoluted, overly convoluted.
Yeah.
I think it did trivialize it. Like the ability to break it became a little bit more straightforward.
Yeah.
Which is fine for me at least. I think it's
fun.
It's fun to do that. I think that's almost the point of JRPGs.
Yeah.
Like they're not action games. People think that they're action games. They're not truly action games. There's execution to them, but they're more still like pre-planning turn.
We're still putting it.
Still the sensibilities of a turn-based RPG than an action game. So I think the sub outfits also leans into that mentality because it's a lot like Lightning Returns.
Yep.
I don't know if you played Lightning Returns.
Where
she changes her outfits and that changes her moves and her stats and all that stuff. And I really like that system. I was sad that system like never really made it very far. Lightning Returns, right, yeah. I think Lightning Returns is a very cool game. I think a lot of people got put off by the whole timing thing.
Yeah, the time
is fair.
Fuck up everybody.
Which is fair. But the mechanics are cool because it's like that felt more like an interesting way of them taking the turn-based style and making it more action-y.
Yeah.
Without it being a true action game. It felt kind of like another iterative step / precursor to what we have now with the Final Fantasy VII trilogy. Yeah. So it almost feels like a spiritual connection. Anyway.
I want to ask you a question before we go too far. And just a simple question. I don't really want to get too deep into it. I just want to... Do you think Square became... Or do you think Final Fantasy and Square became worse after the NX merger?
I wouldn't say worse. I would say different.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would say. Okay. All right.
But I also think part of it has to do with the way the industry changed.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily the merger itself. It's just that I think the timing of the merger was the timing of when the industry evolved. Yeah. Like the merger was basically right. Was it right after Final Fantasy X?
The merger was 2003.
So it was right after Final Fantasy 12, I think.
And I think it had a lot to do with... It was... No. It wasn't after... 12 was 2006. 12 was out really late.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah. And that's probably part of it. Yeah, I mean, you look at the days of the 90s and 2000s, and I think they were pumping out games every year.
Yeah. I mean,
they were pumping out all sorts of new IP.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. Like, there's all the weird sub games that they made.
Did you know that 9, 10, and 11 were announced at the same time?
I did not know they were announced at the same time. Day. That's cool.
I didn't know that. It was in Japan, of course, that they announced them like that. And
I would like to know more about the development structure, the organization structure of Square before the merger.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting because I think wasn't Enix the one that bought Square basically?
Is
Wasn't
it?
Enix the bigger company?
It was Enix was the bigger company, and they didn't have Square was like hemorrhaging money because of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the merger was
It really was their Final Fantasy.
the merger was Enix's effort to utilize Square to get them some presence in the West, and Square was like, "Well, let's stay alive." And the president of Square still remained the president of the company
Right.
post merger, like Square and Square Enix. So,
but yeah, like there were some comments somewhat recently, about from Hamaguchi, the director of the remake trilogy, about how they're like, oh, we've never really thought to keep the same team together.
Yeah.
Which seems to have paid significant dividends. You know, like I know that they're coming out with more years between them than games in the late 90s and early 2000s, but 3 years is very reasonable to wait for games of this scope and scale. And the consistency they've been able to deliver, plus sort of layering on those additional mechanics and providing more like the previous game, but more, and building on each game as they go, is really nice to see. And it's like I celebrate for them because it's very cool to be able to do that. Whereas you see sequels these days almost like bursting at the seams, and they've got different ideas and they're kind of like falling on top of themselves. You know, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with GTA 6. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Kingdom Hearts 4.
GTA 6, I'm so curious about it now. I am so ready for people to be like, yo, this is ass. And it's going to be like fine, but it's because they waited so long.
Yeah, it's going to be fine.
Because they waited so long, they're going to have expectations that are crazy.
I can't stop thinking about people talking about the fingerprints on the stripper pole. Like, I can't get it out of my head. That and like the sweat droplets on the stripper's legs or whatever. Like, people are going to be expecting to see like car robberies next to them on their couch. Like it's, I don't really have a good idea of how they can succeed.
Like people are going to sit down with it and they're going to be like, oh, this is a video game.
They're going to be like, this is just GTA 5 2.
Yeah. Like what they're going to be like, what? It doesn't even look that much better.
GTA 5 already had so much in it.
GTA 5
had so much going on.
Like part of the reason why that game is successful is because it aged very well as time went on. Even they re-released it on the 3 generations that it was around for. But it was like you could give it to somebody 10 years after it released and it feel like a new enough game to them, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
it's going to be interesting. You know, there's a few series that culminated, and then kind of didn't really release anything new. I guess we'll say after that. You know, it felt like Dread. We've talked about how Dread felt like almost a culmination. You know, Smash Ultimate felt like a culmination. Like, where do they go from here?
Yeah, what do they do with this?
A lot of franchises now have sort of hit that point. And the games, if a game had come out since that point, as of now, 2026, it's usually a disappointment, or it's like a remake or a retreading.
Yeah,
reboot.
it's like,
or it's just like super
just
different,
iterative, or it's completely different.
And GTA 5 felt like that culmination. So I don't know what they're gonna do with GTA 6 exactly.
Yeah, like goddamn, like GTA 5 has 3 playable characters that you can switch between in story missions and just in the open world. It's got like major areas. It's a retread of San Andreas, like the San Andreas area of the game, which is often one of the more referenced areas in Grand Theft Auto. Tons of vehicles, online play, very moddable on PC, role play servers and shit like that going on PC. There's so much going on with GTA 5.
Right. It became its own living organism.
Yeah. It's like, is 6 going to be able to serve all of the people that 5 served?
It's really hard to imagine.
Yeah. Like there's going to be people that don't move on from 5 because
it really felt like Red Dead was kind of the direction, the type of thing they needed to do, which is like similar formula, but just different setting.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like semi almost open world, choose your own adventure style.
Just
Renegade
do things.
outlaw
Yeah.
thing, right? Like they could have done a sci-fi version, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're a fucking astronaut doing the same shit. It's almost like a version of
Version
Starfield that
yeah.
has GTA 6 or GTA
Grand Theft Auto's
yeah,
like
yeah.
stylings and stuff
Mechanics.
like that. Yeah. Fucking fucking gosh, one of those things that pisses me off about Star Wars Outlaws, man. Too soft. Too soft.
Too soft. What do you mean by
Game's
this?
too soft. You should be able to do a lot of that kind of shit in a game like that called that.
Oh
in
yeah,
those
no, I know
worlds
what
that
you
they
mean.
let you explore. It's like
no, that's fair. I agree. I think Star Wars Outlaws is unfortunately quite boring as a game.
Yeah.
I think it looks cool though.
It looks cool. It runs like I was like using that game as an HDR fucking settings for my Switch.
I think it's a decent game for what the game was trying to be.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest, they didn't have the chops to pull off a GTA.
Of course not.
Like,
fucking course not.
Like they knew what they were capable of doing,
Yeah.
and I think they achieved that reasonably well.
They achieved that within their abilities, but I think maybe
it's fine.
I think
it's not
maybe
for you.
Maybe Beyond Good and Evil 2 should be canceled. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair.
Just cancel it. But
that's fair. Also going to be a fascinating game.
If it's never coming out, that shit's not going to be out until I'm 50.
That's going to be like a Metroid Prime 4 situation, but probably not nearly even as reclaimable as Metroid Prime 4.
The only thing they could do to that game to make me interested in it is tell me, all right, fuck this open shit. It's going to be another like smaller scale game like the first one.
What open shit? Did they say anything about what the game is supposed to be?
Yeah, the game's supposed to be this like open galaxy shit. You like space pirates and shit like that.
It was going to be like you seamless lift off the planet, which literally every game has tried to do.
And none of them do.
None of them do it in an interesting way.
What's the game? Not the game. They had Joseph Gordon-Levitt being like, hey guys, we are going.
Why does he have a list?
you guys
Joseph Gordon-Levitt does not have a list.
Help me. We go use fans to help make the game. Go to www.greasemonkeys.com or what the fucking site was called, and something like that. It was like Grease Monkeys or Space Monkeys, shit like that. You could go start, submit designs and things like that, which is ridiculous because. I'm gonna pay these people? No. I don't even, that site either doesn't exist anymore or it does. The Beyond Good and Evil 2 site still exists. And that shit still has a copyright of like 2018 on it. Which is later than I would think, but awful. But forget about Beyond Good and Evil 2 for a minute. I did play some of it.
It's just all very funny.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got so far off track from talking from Final Fantasy VII Revelation, but I had fun doing it.
Yeah, I mean that's part of the that's part of the leakage, I guess.
Part of the allure.
Yeah.
I think it's cool the way they implemented the high wind parachute again. I think that is a good way to contain the realism
to make it
the immersion
less,
of the game, the
from sky to ground there's an actual transition of
just the whole thing that JRPGs did for so long of like you have this character that's respective to its landscape gigantic.
Yeah. I think about that in Tales of Symphonia all the time. Just these nasty like shadow things walking across the world and you're this giant Lloyd or whoever you have leading just running around. I'm like, I know it's supposed to represent a lot of time passing as you run over the landscape, but Jesus Christ.
Getting Sid and Vincent look fucking sick.
Yeah.
Sid looks sick as hell.
Yeah.
With all the Dragoon shit.
Yeah.
A proper Dragoon kit.
Like he I think Sid is an ass wipe, but he is a combatant.
Is what? Ass what?
An ass wipe.
Oh, like his personality?
I don't like
that's the point. He's like a crunchy old grouch who's been dealt an annoying hand and he responds poorly to it.
Yeah. So it seems like we are talking about the E3 stuff. Or not the E3. We were talking about the stuff that was announced, even though I said we might not, but
it's
whatever.
Fine. With Vincent, he did say something about like there could be a Dirge of Cerberus DLC if everything goes well.
Yeah, I mean,
which I honestly thought it was going to do the whole time. I thought there was going to be a rebirth intergrade
intergrade
style thing
thing.
that would have a Vincent
Yeah,
like Dirge of Cerberus thing to bridge the
just
gap.
like maybe a 4 hour.
Yeah, like a little
game
side
go-
thing,
yeah.
like going under Midgar, like
Yeah,
maybe even like a prequel to go along
To
with
get-
when Yuffie was seeing the deep ground stuff
Yeah.
and intergrade.
And these games, like the way these games are built, would probably be the perfect place to
Right.
do something like that. And they wouldn't like even if they wanted to, they wouldn't have to make it a third person shooter.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, you're right. There's too many fucking announcements.
Yeah, it's too many announcements to do this.
Let's just
as
talk
lazy
about
are.
what we were going to talk about.
Yeah.
So, at the end of all the announcements, and Nintendo Direct's kind of capping
Direct,
off the last big one. They confirmed what had already been leaked,
which is
so
crazy to me.
It's crazy how flat it kind of fell when everything came through.
Yeah,
it was like it's more and more like I can't believe this is real, rather than holy shit, I can't believe they're doing this.
Yeah.
That dude's gonna get executed.
That dude is going to be hanged before everybody.
Is going to be skinned alive.
Yeah, like
he's gonna be the flayed man.
He's probably already in pieces and being thrown into the vat where they make the fucking game cards.
An insane thing to reveal to people.
Yeah, and
ahead of time.
Now I have to like consider. Maybe all these fucking leaks are fucking real. I hate that.
Yeah, I also hate
that so much. I'd rather the world is better when you can just immediately assume that it's bullshit.
Yeah.
But when you have to question it now, but on the other hand, it's cool that both Ocarina of Time and
Star Fox 64. Yeah, it's the year of 64 remakes. Yeah. Nintendo 64. Where's the Mario 64 remake?
The funny thing is the DS between the DS and the 3DS, they do have remakes of 64.
Right.
In Mario 64.
No, they've remade all three of these games.
So all
that's why I'm like, where's the Mario 64 one?
So.
How do you feel about everything? How do you feel about both these games?
Star Fox and Zelda?
Yeah, just philosophically for a second, not getting into the specifics.
Yeah, so I've already been saying it. Every game's been made, and you call it corny.
I do call it corny,
but it's true. You know, it's true.
I don't think it's true. I think that's really dumb.
All right, whatever though.
I think there are games that come out maybe not frequently, but that change the trends, change the way that people play and think, and surprise you. And I think that's cool. I think it happens.
All right. Well, I'll talk about.
I think Breath of the Wild kind of did that. You know, it's like
but Breath of the Wild's existence is
predicated on things that happen before it. But that's true of literally everything in the world, not just games.
Right.
Not just media.
Yeah.
Like that's like saying every machine has ever been made because everything's built on the 7 simple machines.
Sure, but it's like when I say that, I kind of mean it in a way like I don't know if anything's going to outright thrill and surprise me anymore like they did when it was the first time something like anything was getting made.
Sure, I mean there's a combination. That's a combination of the medium maturing and you maturing as a person.
I fully understand that.
Okay.
That's not something that's beyond me. I don't think when I say that every game has been made, I don't mean it in a negative way. It's just a thing that is.
Do you feel the same way about movies? I mean, you don't really watch a ton of movies.
I don't watch movies like that, but I do. I think most of like the main ways a narrative can go have been done. I think we're just kind of iterating on the same.
See, I don't believe that at all.
I also
like David Lynch. To me, kind of proves that that's not true because he's so cut against even just the idea of narrative.
Sure,
and I always found that very interesting.
So that's the kind of like exception that proves the rule kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Exception that proves the rule.
Because now you can easily point to David Lynch, like Lynch style stuff.
I'm just, but like there will never be another David Lynch. There will be people that David Lynch, but I think there will be other ways that people buck what we think are established structures.
Yeah.
It is rare, right? It doesn't happen often. And I think a lot of times when people try to do that, they don't do it in ways that are interesting because you do have to be kind of a master of a craft in order to change the rules.
Yeah.
so it becomes rarer and rarer over time, but I think it's always going to happen, right? I think cinephiles that like have seen every movie ever.
What if files? I'm kidding. I know. I'm fucking with you. I know.
Like I think they also will see movies that like will thrill and surprise them every
Yeah.
so often. Like
that like
it's a very
Corpo Slapspeak I came up with right then.
what? Corpo slop?
Yeah. Thrill and surprise.
I'm just using your words.
I know. It's just funny that you use them like earnestly, but yeah.
I am using them earnestly
Yeah.
because I think those are genuine emotions that people are still capable of feeling and things that they haven't really seen and experienced before. So I just think it's a little doomerist. I think it's a little.
That thinking it's doomerist is looking at it completely wrong. I don't, like I said, I don't mean it as a negative in a negative way. I mean it in a things are stabilizing kind of way. I think things are.
It feels like the kind of thing where it's like, well, if you don't set yourself up for surprises, and if you don't set yourself up to expect things, then you'll never be disappointed. It feels like that kind of thing.
It feels like that. That's not what I said.
Right.
That's not what I said at all.
Well, sure. I'm inferring. Using the power of inference.
What, like, let's say, okay, with Star Fox at least, they've tried to make other styles of Star Fox games.
It's true,
and they don't.
It's interesting.
Wait, but they don't hook. They don't hook on to anything. People complain about them, like even Star Fox Zero. I think Star Fox Zero is good, even though it literally it's another
I enjoyed Star Fox
iteration
Zero.
Of telling that story again. But obviously, the story is not important. There were a lot of twists in it and in the gameplay that made it fun to play and make me want to go back to, like, it's one of the reasons I'll hook up my Wii U again.
Yeah.
But I think because of people's like reaction to it, especially having their reaction to it, not ever even playing it, because a lot of people.
I do.
You get to this point where, the last Star Fox game Nintendo has made by themselves was Star Fox 64.
Right.
And I think what happens is a studio will pitch them an idea for a Star Fox game, and the last one was Platinum Games. They had all that stuff going, and Nintendo was like, "Dude, try." Or Miyamoto specifically was like, gamepad stuff. This time they got another pitch. They got a pitch from Velen Studio or whatever, the ones that made the Mario Kart game, among other things. And I think them knowing what has been was like, let us remake Star Fox 64 and that meeting probably went like, well, that's the one everyone likes. All right.
I don't think this is how it went at all.
I think it meant, obviously it wasn't that fucking
This
cartoony.
Is a ridiculous premise.
Look,
I have a lot of different theories.
Sure.
Let me put it that way.
It's just to say how I feel about it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I agree with that.
It's a cheaper game by today's standards.
What is it? 50?
It's 50 digitally, at least. 50 digitally, 60 physically, and it's also not a very long game. It's also the opportunity to make Star Fox the movie, but still have it be a game. Like when you watch the cutscenes in the demo that I was skipping when you were in there, it's like, oh shit, they really like. Depending on which ending of a mission you get and all that, everything kind of ties together with these cutscenes narratively. Even the training,
oh, that's cool,
is contextualized as them being in like a virtual reality device, and and then Falco tries to push it past its limit so they void their warranty, and then everyone gets kicked out of it. It's pretty funny. I was like, oh, okay, like this is a cool way to do this, and it's still a video game.
Right.
So if you want to introduce people to Star Fox, you don't split it off into a movie and a game. You split it off into a movie and then have them play Star Fox 64, which is considered the best game in the series.
Does it warrant? Do all three games warrant being played, or does the new one replace any of them?
The version of Star Fox? I think
the version of Star Fox 64 specifically.
Yeah. I think we'll have to see when the new one comes out. I think the intent is that the new one, for people that don't have nostalgia for the other two, it just supplants them.
It's just the only one.
It's just the one, like all the, if at least from what I played, the enemy orientations and everything are the same. You can play it with an N64 controller with the same controls. You can play with mouse control, all that if you want to. It looks really nice, and it's on the brand new system. Well, the newest system you probably own when it comes to that kind of thing. Like obviously, Star Fox 64 3D is, if you don't have it now, they don't give a shit. It's just like it's not available digitally. We're not printing new copies of it. We don't make the 3DS anymore. N64 is being kept around, like those original versions of the games are being kept around on like NSO and stuff like that for the sake of legacy. But considering this game is just called Star Fox, it's like this is the starting point now for all of you. You start here.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't need to be attached to any past, the series past at all. Everything is being reestablished here. New voices, new visual style for everything, all that. And that's fine to me. I think it's sort of like when we're talking about the medium maturing, not like oh I'm older and I'm smarter. It's more like
right.
You get this is like they're publishing this book again, and it's
the Criterion version,
newest edit, or the
newest translation of the Odyssey,
something like that. Exactly, like it's the modern translation of this thing that was made, in our case, decades before. We're not at this point of centuries yet,
right?
And like gameplay wise, everything, I like the way it feels. I like the way it looks. I'm happy it exists, and of course I'm very excited to get it and play the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just because I have I enjoy Star Fox 64 as the first Nintendo console game I ever owned.
Interesting.
That's like what's going on
on all consoles.
On any of it. The first Nintendo console I owned was an N64, and the first game I got was Star Fox 64 before I even got the console.
Everything's making more sense.
There you go. But
it is laser targeted at your skull, basically.
Yeah. And I'm fully aware of it. I
don't mean that in a bad
myself. Thing. Yeah.
It's nice to be targeted.
Yeah. It's nice to be the audience for something.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So
I have a lot of thoughts.
Yeah.
Just about a lot of things that were just discussed. First off, I think I'm surprised that Nintendo has not really tried another on rails style Star Fox game.
Nope.
Beyond, I guess, Star Fox 2 and I guess Star Fox Assault, kind of.
I don't even count Assault because it's
so minimally
it's not committed to it.
Right, it's not committed to it.
Funny enough, the on rails ones are the only missions that are 60 FPS.
I feel like those are like the best parts of the game.
Those are the best parts of the game. They don't feel quite right.
Right.
Because Nintendo didn't make them.
Right.
They're not made by EPD or whatever. They're made by Namco. They have a
Namco,
different philosophy for it. You don't even have the burst fire. You have to mash every shot, which kind of hurts.
Feels nasty.
But like their vision of how a Star Fox game should work is cool. I just wish they committed to keeping you in the R wing or in a vehicle.
Right.
Really.
And I find it weird that they've never bothered to try that. Right. And so there's a couple things in my mind floating around, and I'm trying to connect them. We know that Nintendo doesn't like to commit to games unless it's going to do something fundamentally different.
Yeah.
They've learned that with Zelda. Mm-hmm. They've learned that with Mario. Yeah. They've learned that with Metroid to a degree.
Yeah.
They never really went through that with Star Fox.
Yeah.
They kind of were already doing that with Star Fox.
That's what Star Fox was doing. But they never did it themselves, though.
Right. But I do feel like on rails as a genre, on rail shooters have a lot more to play with.
Yeah.
Like, to your point, the every game has been made thing. Every game has been made in the sense that every game has tried to be Star Fox. Like the original Star Fox or Star Fox 64.
Yeah.
Sin and Punishment, I think, is an example of what I'm talking about. What I mean, like, there's more room for creativity and interpretation of what it means to be an on-rail shooter or a shooter in general. Like, it kind of iterates from shooting gallery games in arcades to some degree. It iterates from other games, like Panzer Dragoon kind of does it. But I think there's a lot more that can be done in that style of genre.
Yeah, it's definitely an underserved.
It's underserved.
3D on rails, like
Yeah,
spaceship, like
just
vehicle
what
vehicle
it even
shooter.
means to be on rails,
Yeah.
what it means to be a shooter,
Yeah.
right? Like there's so much more that can be played
Yeah.
with there.
Like Res exists, you know.
Yeah.
And like that's like another one of the end points of like one branch, that's one fruit that falls off the tree
Yeah.
at that point. Yeah.
And I'm just surprised Nintendo never really tried to latch onto that.
Yeah.
So anyway,
it felt like it, because none of the all the games are always somebody else doing them, and for some reason
Yeah.
they just never. They're afraid. It feels like to me they're afraid to make something new at that scale because it's like maybe it's not big enough to them. It's like I don't.
which doesn't even
doesn't
make
matter,
sense,
you know?
right? Because
Yeah.
like Nintendo's never really been that obsessed with that.
Yeah.
They've been obsessed with kind of like doing weird things.
Yeah.
So I just always found that to be very strange that they've never really given that a shot. I'm wondering if this is an attempt to try to start doing that with some new studios.
Dude, yeah.
I feel like Nintendo and like a lot of games companies in general, like Square Enix, to bring it back, Square Enix, like we're at a point where the people that have been in the industry for a while are old.
Yeah. Yep. Yes.
The people that have had a say, that have directed most of the games, that have had most of the ideas, are old and they're on their way out, whether by their own choice or not,
by
by nature's choice. And I think Nintendo knows that they need to have a healthy bench of players that they can rely on,
that they can look to make to work on their established properties,
And I think that's happening in a number of different ways. I think that had already been happening with some of the franchises like Metroid Retro Studios. I think Namco has been a consistent partner for them.
Yeah, I mean, what's the last Metroid that Nintendo made themselves? It was it was Fusion.
Yeah,
but that is to say, Dread,
Mercury's Theme.
Yeah, there's Dread and Samus Returns and all that. So yeah, there's been a mix of Nintendo and other studios working on those.
Yeah. I think it helps that they started diversifying their EPDs.
Yeah.
To do all sorts of like kind of weird stuff as well. They've got Monolith. Monolith is really their solidest, most solid pillar.
Yeah, like they help on the main Nintendo IP and they make their own.
Right. So it feels like they're maybe trying to do that with Star Fox here.
Yeah.
And treating it, giving it like that reboot treatment. It's like, let's start fresh. We've learned a lot by trying to outsource in different ways. Let's start fresh and let's try to have a
new beginning,
strong direction going forward.
Yeah.
Which kind of brings me now to the other remake for Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
I have to imagine they're doing something similar. Aonuma's not young. He's not a spring chicken.
I think he's been trying to get out of all of that for a bit now.
Right.
He just whatever. He gets pulled back into it. He doesn't direct the games. He's like the main producer of them, but he doesn't direct them.
My initial reaction to the Ocarina of Time reveal was definitely negative. Was like a bad taste in my mouth. Was like, because when they've remade the games before, there was always an intention behind it. It was to showcase hardware. Like, the 3D games were all to showcase the 3D.
The 3D.
Ocarina of Time was to like truly remake the game built from the ground up with like the 3DS.
The 3DS
engine, the 3D, the gyro aim,
the gyro aim, the touch screen.
Yeah,
that was their chance to make the water temple even a little bit more accessible, all that kind of stuff.
It was the same game, but just leveraging new functionality to showcase the hardware, right? So like, it kind of killed two birds with one stone in that way. Mario 64 kind of did the same thing with the touchpad, the dual screen.
It's not good at the touchpad movement, but it's there.
It's there. It's like you can use this for multiple things, right? We're going to use it for our flagship title over the last 10 years.
And they added characters. They added
stars. They added rooms.
30 more stars you can get. There's multiplayer.
Yeah, they did interesting stuff with it, right? But again, it was to kind of showcase the hardware. With Ocarina of Time, I'm looking at it and I'm like, what are they showing off here? Are they going to show off mouse controls?
Yeah,
there's nothing really.
Put it down so you can.
Like, what more is there to do with this, right? Yeah. And so my mind went a few different places, right? I don't think it's going to be a 1-to-1 remake. I think if it is, that actually is
That's
grim.
ridiculous. Yeah,
That's
that's
kind of what I was
ridiculous.
initially thinking. I was
Yeah,
like, is this going to be the Unreal Engine 5
like fan
Focus
made
M?
with the with the grass moving around, Zelda talking you through the fucking
Like
ocarina or some shit.
disgusting, like Fable 5 generated
Yeah,
version of Ocarina of
yeah,
Time. It can't be, right?
yeah.
If it
Can't be
is, it would be a fucking death
that
sentence. It would make
yeah,
no sense, right? Star Fox kind of makes sense,
yeah,
right? To some
yeah.
degree. I don't think that's necessarily what's happening from what you're telling me, but they're giving it the sort of like AAA production grade
Yeah,
production quality.
and I think Star Fox 64 had the benefit of already having people talk at you the entire game anyway.
Right.
So it's not like so jarring to make it into some kind of space opera epic fucking high fidelity experience, especially with the way the gameplay is.
Right.
Ocarina of Time is a game that's very specific and people play it a lot of different ways now.
Yeah.
And
damn.
I think trying to so I didn't have a negative response at all. The only negativity I had was like, I wish that leak was like I wish it wasn't leaked. But I think the feeling I'm getting is that they want this to evoke. It's a similar thing with Star Fox actually, but they want to evoke like a cinematic experience to go with this movie that's coming out too. They want.
You think it's more of a movie thing?
I think it's a bit of both. I think they want, because Fox was in the movie too. I think they want to start treating some of these IP like more like a little bigger than they used to treat them. And
like not fun toys for kids.
Not just fun toys for kids. They're like, these are big, exciting experiences for the grown-ups now too.
Yeah.
And I think part of the remaking situation is maybe someone at Nintendo looks at stuff like The Last of Us.
Oh my god.
Part 1. I'm serious though.
They cannot be. They cannot look at The Last of Us and be like, we need that.
No.
For Zelda.
You're misunderstanding that. They're like, oh, they found there's success to be had in bringing up a game like this just to a modern way.
The remastering of it?
Yeah. The remaster,
like going from PS3 to PS5.
Going from PS3 to PS4 and then to PS5. It's the same thing, just with a longer time scale.
So weird. And it's so weird to me.
But
with Ocarina of Time, there's other Zelda games that would better
benefit from.
They're more like linked into that kind of mentality, right?
This was
Twilight Princess comes to mind.
I was going to say this was their opportunity to do that with Twilight Princess, but I think they didn't want to take a risk and they picked something that was already acclaimed. It wasn't just like nerd shit. It was something that everybody already liked.
Though. There's a big amount of risk tied to that from like a brand perspective.
Yeah, and I think it was like the decision was
talking purely business, which is kind of what you're getting into.
Sure.
Which is weird, right?
I think if they were deciding if we were going to remake something,
do you think it's going to be a 1-to-1 remake?
I don't think it's going to be 1-to-1. I think it's going to be like, if you already know the dungeons and already know that, then you're set.
Like, you think the puzzles will be?
I think the puzzles are going to be the same, even if the game itself doesn't play the same way. Like, you're going to hit this switch, you're going to open this door with this boomerang, you're going to numb the tongues with the fucking boomerang and whatever. You're going to do all of that, but the way you do it specifically will feel quite a bit different.
Do you think like Hyrule Field is going to feel the same?
Like,
here's what I'm thinking.
They could add any amount of stuff there.
Well, because here's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Like, Hyrule Field looks a certain way and it feels a certain way because of the N64 that it was built for, right? Like, the size feels the way that it does because the draw distance is a certain thing. The level of texture detail is a certain thing.
Yeah.
When you bring all those things up, it's going to feel much more cramped, I think.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, oh, this is actually not as big and spacious as it felt like originally.
Yeah,
this
feels like a park.
I think it's going to feel very jarring if they do something like that.
And like, what are they going to do about being able to see out in the distance? Because in the game, there's just these 2D textures of fucking trees and shit that block your way, and you just accept them because your imagination is doing a lot of work anyway.
Right.
But when you don't have that, then what is it? And like,
is it just like an invisible wall that you can't go through the trees?
You know,
like that's what I mean. It's just like what could this be?
Yeah.
And I mean,
I think
you know,
they likely have a very good idea of what to do with that. It may be not something that we considered, but that would mean that the game is going to look different than, you know, there's going to look quite a bit different than the original, like feel different. So
it's going to feel totally different.
yeah,
I think it's going to put a lot of people off if they try
Mhm.
to keep it like really close to the original.
yeah,
I think it's going to put a lot of people off if they diverge from the original, but I think
Mhm.
those people don't matter, and I think those they
Yeah,
have
yeah.
invalid opinions,
Yeah.
frankly.
yeah,
I think it would be really funny and probably better if it
Mhm.
was like remade with Breath of the Wild style sensibilities. Maybe
That's
not with like the equipment,
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
not
yeah.
not the
It
exact
still
same
plays like
game.
Ocarina of
It
Time,
still
but
plays
it's
like
like
Ocarina of Time, but it feels more like
you
Breath of the
can
Wild's world.
you have a little bit more movement, a little bit more just openness in how you go about
Yeah,
things, and you're you know you would
little
still
more
have to do the dungeons
verticality.
in order, but then they have to kind of remix those dungeons even further so that you can
Not
make
even
use of doing
necessarily
stuff.
dungeons in order, right? It could
Yeah,
just be like you have to do all three of the dungeons, and then
Mhm.
once they all do it, then you like now you can go
You
to
get the
adulthood, but you can do them in any order,
yeah
right? Like I could see them doing something like that.
yeah. Because I'm trying to think, do you need anything like you don't need bombs in Jabba Jabba. You can use them, but you don't need them.
I don't think you do.
You don't need the you don't need the slingshot. No, no.
You definitely need the
Do you need the
slingshot.
slingshot in
I mean, so this is where
the
they could
second
change up
dungeon?
the orders, right? Because you probably don't need the slingshot if you can get the boomerang or vice
Yeah,
versa, right? Like they could make it so that those things are interchangeable. There's ways that they could design it or alter the designs
to
to
make
make
it
it
compatible with
interchangeable,
yeah
which they've been doing since Link Between Worlds,
yeah.
right? Link Between Worlds
That's
was
the
when it
thing I was thinking
started.
about. Yeah.
Like they've been trying to push this design mentality of making the world feel more open and
hmm
less linear.
Yeah.
And it would feel again just like really strange to me if they go back to just making Ocarina of Time exactly the way that it
Yeah.
is.
And you know people would be fucking like, yes, the shit, and then they play it like, wait a minute.
Dude,
It's
that's
the exact
exactly
same
what it would be.
people.
Like. You're gonna
Yeah.
see the people that it would be like, oh, crying because Jabu Jabu's in 3D now, and
Yeah.
he's like, he
Fucking
like
great.
eats Link,
Yeah.
like, sobbing because Rudo is actually hot now. Like, there's definitely gonna be these fucking people.
Yeah. Never say that last part again. Granted, I guess Rudo's in like the Warriors game,
That's true. Yeah.
so people have already had their glow up.
It's
Fucking
just yeah.
whatever.
I just think it would be much more interesting
Yeah,
and better for a remake to have different ideas.
yeah. My dream for it, if it were to be, if it has to be a remake, is that they look at Resident Evil, like the first Resident Evil remake, and
Mm,
they because that the remake and the original PS1 version or whatever, the remake specifically like changes things to fuck with you because you think if you think
that
it's
would
going
be
to be like
cool.
that and
See,
they changed
having
it.
the bravery to do that, I
Yeah,
think would be sick as hell.
yeah.
I think that'd be very cool, and it would keep it fresh for people that have played this
Played
game
a
20
million
million
thousand
times,
times.
which is
Yeah,
like anybody over the age of 30 is
yeah,
going to be that way,
yeah,
right? So at the very least, the best things I can say about it is that I think they're using it to train the younger
yeah, yeah,
generation on like what makes a good Zelda game,
Mhm.
right? Because they're gonna have to keep making Zelda games.
yeah,
I think it's a filler
Mhm.
for them
yeah.
because they know that they don't have like their big hitters coming out. They're
Right.
like really
Like that's
innovative. Their 3D Mario
yeah,
game's not coming out anytime soon. We had DK Bonanza last
yeah,
year, so
and because of what Switch Two is, they're getting into that like that high fidelity
so it's going to take them
development
longer to make
cycle
games. Yeah,
too. Yeah,
which they've already
they've
said.
already mentioned exactly. So yeah, they gotta fill the gap somehow. And I think this is a good way to do it.
Yeah, it's
So
fine, right?
yeah,
I just it's interesting they didn't show any gameplay.
yeah.
I think it's the first time they've shown something with no
No game.
indication of
Yeah,
gameplay at all. Like for a Mario game, for like any of their first party
Mhm.
games. I
Like
can't think of
even
the
just a
last time
whiff
they
of
did
Link
that.
fighting a Stalfos would have been
Yeah, because that's what
or
they did with
something.
like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Is they
Yeah,
showed a whiff of what this game is going to be about. What's
yeah.
it going to feel like in the Breath of the Wild trailer? They showed him running away
Running
from
away from
the
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 Guardian and shooting
Guardian.
the ancient
Yep,
arrow at the end of it when
yep,
they still made him really like he was really androgynous at the end of that.
right.
But
So it'll be interesting. It comes out this year, so we got only a couple months to wait, I guess.
Yeah, we only have a couple of months to wait and to see what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
You know, and they said 2026. That doesn't even necessarily mean winter or fall or anything. It could come out
next month
in August. It's not going to, but it could.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's like
deeply fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Do we want to keep this one?
Oh, one last question.
Good.
Do you think they're going to remake Majora's Mask 2?
Someone asked me this not that long ago too. I mean, I guess the other day too. And I think by making this, they should.
Interesting.
I don't think it's a guarantee, but I think because
should is an interesting word.
They're making the assets, and those games are a pair.
Yeah, they did it with 3DS.
Yeah, they did them on the 3DS, and the narrative of Majora's Mask is tied straight into how Ocarina of Time ends.
Yeah.
I think
should is interesting just because with Star Fox, Ocarina of Time, then potentially Majora's Mask, it's like, are they becoming one of those companies that just reheats their nachos, you know?
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I don't it's one of those, if they weren't making the Ocarina of Time remake, then of course I'd be like, even fucking bother. But because they're doing it, they may as well just go whole hog and do that too.
Yeah,
and then
like it should use the same assets, right? Just to be in the same spirit.
Exactly.
Well,
like if you
see, I actually think that would be more interesting to see a Majora's Mask whole hog remake.
Yeah.
Because I do think it's a little more niche. I think it's a little less like universally beloved.
Yeah.
It's a weirder game.
Yeah. I think that,
and I think the areas feel more cramped in the original game.
Yeah, in the original game, you have a hub and then little places.
Yeah, there's more that it could breathe and have sort of like a bigger world. So anyway, I hope they get to that.
Yeah, I think there's a lot they could do with that, especially if they want to, fucking make the moon look terrifying. They could do whatever they want.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, that's enough for today. We'll bring it back next time.
Yeah.
If you like this shit, give us an email at memoryleakpodcast@gmail.com. We're at Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Podbean. Until next time, gamers, remake yourself.
All right. Turn the fucking thing off.